Ciao Tino, welcome to Italy.
Thanks.
My name is Eleonora, and I'm here to ask you some questions about you and your music. Thanks to the opportunity that youBEAT gave me. Shall we begin?
Yep, sure. Let's go.
Thanks. Your amazing style is influenced by the music of the past. What or who gave you this passion, and why are you so attached?
It was actually my parents who gave me this passion, because my parents are music. I would say obsessed for music. So they had kind of a record collection, vinyl collection back in the days, and we were listening to music all day. So I grew up with music, and they took me to festivals or to concerts back in the day. And yeah, even as a kid, I went to concerts with my parents. I got the passion for music from my parents, definitely.
That's so cool. And the second question is about your last single that is titled Dopamine. That is the feel-good neurotransmitter, which plays a big role in how we feel pleasure, think, and plan. What activates your dopamine in music or hobbies the most?
I think my music in generally activates my dopamine. So it's like I just love music, and music is like if I'm in a bad mood, then I listen to music, and so it's for me, the day starts with music and ends with music. So music is all about.
And let's talk about Italy now. That is one of the European countries that listens to and supports your music the most. What is your relationship with our bel paese?
I mean, my name is Italian, Tino, so that's the first relationship. Then I just remember that I spent actually every summer in Italy. So we went for our summer holidays every year to Italy, to the Adria and to the coast. And so that's, I think I have a pretty close relationship. I love Italian food, and obviously my sound is pretty this kind of sound is pretty familiar here, and people just like the Purple Disco Machine sound. It's pretty cool for me to have this kind of success, especially here in Italy.
That's so interesting. And now let's talk about your album. Every album, has a story behind it. And your new LP, Exotica, is coming soon. What's the story behind this work, and what are the most Exotica things for you? Like, for example, food or drinks, venues or location?
The reason why I called this album Exotica was because as I was young, and I grew up in Dresden, which is close to Berlin, and it's a bit it's influenced from Berlin, from techno and all this kind of music, this techno electronic music. And I was actually in the past one of the only guys who shared this love for disco and funk and house, and I always felt exotic in my own city, because even as I started producing music under Purple Disco Machine, I played everywhere around the world, but never in Germany, never in my hometown. I always felt exotic in my hometown. That's why that's the reason why I came up with the name, and how I came up with the name, and why I called the album Exotica. But for me, it was a no-brainer after I released Soulmatic in 2017 that I going to do another album. So it took me almost 5 years to produce a new album, but I still love listening to albums, and it was a no-brainer that I want to do another album, definitely.
Good to know that. And how did you shift from having purely disco production aimed to a live crowd to have to deal with the pandemic and the way people listen to your music? And did coronavirus affect your music in some ways?
Actually not. So I thought after a while that maybe there's a lack of creativity, because I mean, if you want to be creative, you need to have you need to get out, you need to share experiences with other people, you need to see other countries. But for me, it was actually pretty cool to lock me in the studio for a year to produce the album. And it was finally the time I could I could just stuck in the studio and make songs. Before it was like, okay, I was trying to squeeze my studio days in in my touring life. But last year during the pandemic, I finally had the time to work on my songs, to can have the chance to spend way more time on my songs.
Tino, you are like the Doc from Back to the Future for disco house music. You have dragged a new music flow based on 80s style. Which could be your next sound direction? Are you going to retrieve other rhythm from the past?
I have no idea. I mean, I'm just trying to follow my soul, my heart. So I don't know what's coming next. I'm a bit bored making the same songs again and again, and trying to I think the songs from the last 3 years to now is kind of an evolution. So I hope I can reinvent my sound for the next year. So but I have no idea. I just follow my heart.
Okay, thanks a lot. I really like to thank you for your kindness and your time. Wishing you good luck for your album, and really hoping to see you soon in Italy.
Yeah, hopefully. So knock on wood. Cheers.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Bye.